Travis Wingate, so when you threaten to murder somebody to cover up your crimes, but you don't actually go through with the murder, you have to spend the rest of your life keeping yourself busy trying to make sure that that person doesn't come back to haunt you. Such is the case with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They forgot that important lesson. I don't know, maybe they thought that actually killing me would be bad for their image, for their PR. So, for my end of it though, I knew that once I'm held hostage, extorted, threatened, that my life was over. And that they will never leave me alone. They are guilty of blood. They're killing you guys. They're over 500 today. I'm pretty sure of it. If you count the ones who didn't get counted, then yeah, we're well over 500 in just Utah. They're responsible. If Mormons continue to choose not to watch my videos because they don't want to hear the negative things about the church, and if it's negative, therefore it must be false, how many of them have lost somebody they love and know? And are they just going to just let it go? So, oh, it's just nature, it's a virus, nothing we can do about it. Yes, there is. The health professionals told us in the beginning, and Nelson and Herbert chose to follow Trump, who, as the chosen one, has now cured himself. I told you, if he does not die, he has the vaccine. And that makes it even worse. Not just because he knew how bad it was, and that he wanted to give it to us, but that he has the vaccine and is withholding it from us. Wait for that news story if he does not die in the next couple of days. So Nelson, likewise, if Trump doesn't die because he has a vaccine, guess what that also means? Trump has to die in order for the church to come innocent. Nelson informed us in April. I contacted China, asked them if they needed any PPE, and we donated a whole ton of PPE for them, and then they sold it to Utah so that we could have a temple. It's just, oh my God. And Mormons fell for it. Oh wow, the church is so generous. Wow. I mean, you got to put all the news together, guys. You can't just listen to what the church tells you, because what's going on around the world, like the EU. If you just watch the church, you go, oh wow, we're in the EU, yay! You're not paying attention to the rest of the news. And you can't get it from Fox. Sort of. Sometimes it might be sneaky. You have to pay attention. You have to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Because this is the time of wickedness. Wicked people purposely lie and deceive. And so you have to find out from as many journalists as can give you the big picture as you can. Hoping that all of them together will give you the big picture of what's going on. And so, because one news station, they don't seem to remember what they reported on a month earlier, let alone a year earlier. It's like they forgot, and they just get carried away by Trump's latest tweet scandal or video scandal or criminal scandal. And so, murder to get gain. All Mormons know that's bad. And so why then don't Mormons see it? And they're blind, obviously. They're excusing the church from this criminal act that our own Mormon scriptures say that's the one thing that disqualifies you from any kingdom of glory. And Mormons are just like, no, they wouldn't do that. It's fake news. They said it. They're doing it. Nelson came out and said, oh, we're waiting for the government to decide how we're going to protect and keep you Mormons safe. We're going to follow the government. They're a church. They don't need to follow the government. Since when has the church ever followed the government? After leaving the United States. And that should have been the first clue that something's wrong. Should have been very wrong when Herbert said, hey, we're taking your kids back to school. We're sending them back to school. And I did the videos. Mormons don't love their children, sending them to the slaughter, etc., etc. And nobody wanted to listen. And guess what happened? Kids got sent to the slaughter. What we do know from what the health professionals who are dealing with this know is that just because you get it and you recover doesn't mean you've got a full healthy body again. This does damage. And this is, we don't know how long of damage this will be, because this is brand new. And we were all told this. We all knew this. So we have no idea if in some future time, even if it's after the election next year, those who recovered experience other resulting consequences, side effects, shall we say. Drugs itself always cause consequences. They never just attack the problem, otherwise that would be called a cure. And so there's always side effects with medications. And certain side effects, like hydroxychloroquine, Herbert, God, cause death. And if you watch the TV commercials about all these great drugs while everybody in the background's having a fun time, yeah, they slip in, may be fatal, may cause death, may be terminal. And it's like, dear God. And then you see the lawyer commercial come up. If you've taken this drug that used to be advertised on this channel, and you died as a result of taking this drug, you may qualify for a settlement amount. Why do Mormons turn a blind eye when it's the leaders, when it's them? I actually listened to Mormons. Apparently they got it from Friends or whatever TV show was popular back when I was in the older singles ward. But they were talking about, joking of, I'd bury a body or cover up the murder of what my friend caused. And you just shake your head and you go, dear God, if someone you love commits murder, you don't cover it up. That's not love. That's hate. That's straight from Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible. You guys would never know about it because you don't read it. Church doesn't want you to read it because you might learn what the church is doing that's very similar. Yes, they may quote scripture from the Bible, but the practical applications that the church is promoting, wow. And so, yes, they don't want you to watch R-rated movies, because then you might watch The Godfather, and you might figure out, hey, this church does the same thing. Why is The Godfather bad? What the American government needs to back off and leave him alone. He's an American patriot. See, that's how people get twisted. When you take away the life, liberty, and property of another person, when you're not the judge, you're not a jury. When you take it away from an innocent person, you're guilty of crime. It's not complicated. There are no excuses, no justifications. Self-defense, not a crime. Defending yourself against a bully, not a crime. Bully likes to whine and cry when he gets caught. Oh, he hit me. All I was doing was shaking him down for his lunch money and he hit me. Why did he hit me? Why couldn't he just hand over the money? See, it's just, bullies are the biggest babies. And that's why they call us snowflakes, even though I'm not a Democrat. So that's the thing that conservatives don't get. I grew up among conservatives. I chose not to be conservative, but I had no other choice but to grow up with them. But I didn't like the liberal agenda either. Both are wrong. And so conservatives don't understand that I know all their tricks. So when my computer got hacked, well, not my computer, it was my email. So when my email got hacked this morning, it just happens to be Thursday. And it just happens to be that maybe the defense counsel needs to consult with their clients all together in a meeting and be able to present some kind of compromise suggestions to their client as to how to treat me going forward, as the time is clicking down for them to reply, even though it's 60 days for them, unless it's 30 days after they submitted it, which may be the case. I honestly don't expect the case to go any further. I expect Trump to destroy us. I'm expecting something today. That's the frustrating thing, is not knowing what will happen, but knowing that a sign just occurred. I know the sign. I saw it. I know what it means. I studied ancient cultures. I know all of it. I know scriptures better than all of you. I do. And if you think I'm proud, oops, you just fell into the trap. You're not proud if you're telling the truth. And so I just exposed you as being proud. And so, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all if it was the church somehow that figured out a way to hack my email so that they can search around looking for anything. I can tell you right now, there's a whole bunch of dating spam for sex dating. Apparently, if you sign up with POV, which I did back in 2014 when I was freed and had a computer, and needed to get back on the saddle again. Yeah, that was what was suggested to me, and it was free. I haven't been on it for years. After the divorce, I tried looking it up again, realizing I didn't update anything when I got married. I just abandoned it. But then they were saying, oh, we need a phone number now. We're not going to let you in unless you give us your number. No. I already saw the spam you guys sent me because you're selling my data to third parties. There's no way in hell I'm giving you my cell phone, too. So yeah, don't be surprised. Like I said, long time ago, don't be surprised if I finally do get into the national spotlight that dick pics will show up all over the place. I hope they're kind, like I've been saying. Photoshop does great things. So we'll see. I can give you a hint. If it's the Mario Mushroom guy, you know it's not me. If you see a Forbes magazine in the background, you know it's not me. And they can even do fake videos now. My goodness. So that's why I've been doing these videos, is so that you will see for yourself, listen for yourself, my manner of speech. That's the best way to combat the fake video thing, is because the fake videos, they have to take clips of what you say and assemble it together into something else, which is not what I would ever say. And so the best way to know if it's me or not is to compare it with these videos that I'm putting up for you. So I know what I'm doing, guys. I had some guy do a whole presentation for me in the comment section about how I can do these videos better and present them better with slideshows and blah blah blah. No, he does not understand. This is not what this channel is to be used for anymore. In the beginning, yes. When I first started this channel was intended to be my business channel, but the church shut me down on my other channel on YouTube, shut me down on my website. And so I said, okay, well, I don't have a website for my business, so the email for the business is no longer any good either. So here we are. And so, like I told you guys, Russia's in on it. They know what's going on. They have been made aware of my situation, of the information I provide on everything I do. They've been watching me this whole time. And they know I know. So there's nothing my government's going to do to help protect me. So I keep hoping that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But they may have already beat me to it. So, a needle pulling thread. I don't know. Their meeting would be done by now that it's post-conference. And I'm sure they must know I've got a video channel, because I know the property manager and knows, landlord knows. why people just think that doing the wrong thing is the right thing. It just boggles the mind. Maybe it's because they're in a position of power, that they are untouchable. That must be it, I guess, but I guess they never watched Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. That's what I learned on my mission. Is as a 19-year-old kid, children or young adults, people around my age, plus or minus a few years, are considered in my range category as a 19-year-old. And never had a desire for cougars, so I never attended BYU. But on my mission, I realized it. We went over to a divorced or widowed, I think she was divorced, divorced woman, talking with her about the gospel, trying to see if we can get investigations going. She was not too sure about it. It was mostly my companion who was doing the talking with her, as somehow the daughter, who was around 17, was playing with me, just in the backyard. Mother saw the whole thing. It was not like I was doing what other missionaries were doing to get baptisms. And then it was wind-up time, and the mother had a change of heart as she saw me in my suit spending time with her daughter, and that touched her, that a good role model, as she believed, was a good influence on her daughter, as her daughter didn't have good influences, male role models in her life. And that pricked my heart as I was caught in that. Somebody's knocking on the door, but yeah, you can't abuse your position. That's the main lesson.